Ladies and gentlemen, ravers and ravettes, welcome back to the Red Race. Last episode, we gave our talents some homework where they needed to flip a Defqon anthem of their choosing. And today, we're going to listen to how that's turned out. We also gave them the assignment. And that was the track that they planned to open their winning slot on the red stage. But today, the absolute highlight is a special workshop from a guest that needs no introduction. He's an undisputed legend of the hardstyle scene. Dare I say he is the GOAT, a headliner in his own right. Welcome back to the Red Race. Gentlemen, welcome back. We're right here in the middle of Q-Dance HQ, and I wanted to touch base with you guys to see how you went with your homework.
It was very challenging. I put a lot of pressure on it, not on purpose.
Okay.
I'm really curious what people think about it, yeah.
I'm curious to hear it too.
It was a challenge for sure, but I tried to make something cool.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to show it to people.
Like, I'm so used to hearing this track, and putting a more modern touch to it feels like, yeah, I'm kind of degrading
Really?
the track a little bit. Because I want to go kind of out of bounds, but yeah, also not too much.
But how did you go with your homework?
I misunderstood the homework for today. But yesterday, actually, I made the whole track, and I'm pretty happy with it. There was a lot of pressure, but also a lot of hyper-focus.
Wait, hang on. Let's rewind. So you started it yesterday and finished it yesterday?
Yeah.
All right, can we get a round of applause? I know you've got your individual approaches and individual styles, the stuff that you guys focus on, that you excel at. So I'm really, really curious as to how you've transformed a classic into something fresh, into your own style. Okay, contestants, the time has come for me to shut up and for you guys to get a brain dump from someone that is very special. He needs no introduction whatsoever. I'll let his presence speak for himself as I vacate the chair. It's time for your guest lecturer.
No way.
Okay.
Goeiedag.
Disappointment?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, no, Defqon is of course like a second home to me, so I'm sure I can teach you guys something. You had to do a remix for an anthem of your choice. Yeah, I think maybe we should start by having a little listening session and then see what we can learn from that. And
I actually remixed 𝗺𝗵𝗵𝗆, and I actually had a miscommunication because I started yesterday evening, but it's finished. But
I mean, tonight was made in one night, so I mean, we had like four pairs of hands, so in 2 studios.
But I wanted to give it a twist of my own sound and twist to the current raw style sound, because my genre is more like in the raw style. But I try to respect the original anthem, but that's for you to decide, I guess. So yeah, I will just put it up.
All right. One thing I really liked about World of Madness and the original was the length of the notes in the melody. They were a little bit more staccato, like I remember us taking the time to really make that flow right. Some notes are longer, some notes are shorter. If you would just draw in a melody, you get the same melody, it flows less. The notes are very stretched out compared to the original. I think it really contributes to, if you hear it, you want to move, you know? That was something that I was missing a little bit compared to the original, maybe. I think there might be an opportunity there to make it like flow a little bit more in terms of the whole track and keeping it going a little bit more, and maybe trying to shorten the break a little bit. Other than that, I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it, and I think you should definitely play it.
And now it's time to check out Aerobreak's creative process.
All right, the assignment. Last time I showed you a little idea. Actually, I didn't feel that idea anymore because the assignment is about the opening track of this my set on the red. Vibe-wise and melody-wise, this is, I think, what I want.
Okay.
So it's an old track. Don't mind any mixing things.
Kill your darlings. That's I think that's really good because for some people have a hard time to say like, oh, I made this and now I don't want it anymore. That's something. So that's good.
So
right, cool.
That was my disclaimer. Just keep in mind the ideas that are in the track.
Cool. Yeah.
Good idea.
I mean, there's a lot of cool elements in there already. I think if you use this as an opening track, right, that's the idea, I will just immediately introduce that melody in a very bombastic way. I will keep the break short and condensed as well, and then immediately go back into building up without maybe a show moment where they can do like some lasers, like longer notes or something like that, to build it up again towards a melodic drop. After a melodic drop, you can go into different directions. So you can say like, oh, after that I want to go maybe a little bit harder, or maybe even more euphoric. You can go anywhere. So as an opening track, that would make sense to me. Imagine you're on a festival. You have 6 beers, and maybe some other substances in your body. You don't want to overcomplicate it, and that was what I mean when I was taking like keep it simple.
So do you think this is a better option for the assignment track than the previous one?
Yeah, because the previous one felt more like, well, we said of course there was like more of an end show idea, but I think this could definitely work because you have like the brasses, the horns, and the break.
It's already a little bit cinematic.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's good for Defqon. Yeah.
So I decided to do a little remix of Showtech's Anthem from 2006.
Oh, I love that one. I love that one.
Colors of the
One of my
harder
favorites.
styles. And I think it would go great with the more harder kicks that we have today.
I was very inspired by the Showtech Anthem, especially in the mid-intro. And I think it's really funny because every next producer takes inspiration from the last. So all together, we kind of defined that path. But I think Showtech Anthem was probably really the beginning of what defined a Defqon anthem. Yeah. So let's hear it.
Defqon.1.
What? Oh, I really liked it. Really liked it. I mean, you made it a little bit easier on yourself than he did by your choice, the choice of the anthem, because obviously the further you go back, the more you can
make it adapt to the sound of today. It was really packed with energy. The lead was really tasteful. I think the balance with how much musicality, and it really made the melody shine again in a new way. I really enjoyed it. I think this will definitely work as well.
Thank you very much.
Play it. Yeah.
Let's check in on 𝗵𝗵 to get an update on his assignment.
All right, so it's time for me to show you my concept for the opening track. We'll see what you think.
Okay, so you're not really sure if you use this one as opening?
Yeah,
okay.
but I want to hear your point of view, see what you think.
Okay.
And
let's go, man.
yeah.
Good atmosphere, man.
That's what I have so far.
This is actually extremely good, man, I would say.
Thank you.
Because you can really like catch, the atmosphere. For the people, it's like a surprise, They never hear you, actually. From the moment you start with this, they can already understand what you want to do during the entire set. So I would say, indeed, maybe this can be also good for an end show, but also for opening, you can really catch the moment, maybe start with a bang, and then build up with a nice climax. I would say really, really curious also what you can do for the drop.
Yeah.
And also where you find the vocal?
That was made with AI.
AI, super good.
Yeah.
You can also present yourself with, if you have an AI vocal, maybe you can say I'm the church, add your name on it. At least the people can know you, you know.
Exactly.
Why did you actually choose for an intro like this? What is your feeling that you have when you will step into the stage?
I wanted to catch something that was very emotional and atmospheric. It gets a relatable feeling for all the people. Yeah, I worked a lot on the sound selection, just getting the atmosphere just right.
Okay, you have the end 30 minutes to show yourself. Already with this, I think you can really take the point, of it. A nice drop, and then I think you're gonna be fine. So I think you can be fine with this intro, man. So
nice. Then I'll work with this.
Right, I chose Save Your Scrap for Victory. That's
really?
the Defqon Anthem of Australia in 2010. Because I really like the melody of it. So I kind of built the track more around the melody, and the beginning of the song, it's completely different from the original, because all the older hardstyle tracks, they have these very long mid-intros. But I tried to have a long mid-intro and capture that Defqon feeling with the whole production. So I'm curious what you think about it.
Cool.
We are the new generation. We fight for our right to party. We transform garbage into art. Save your scrap for victory. Defqon.1.
I was really captured because I was listening to the melody and you changed the first chord.
Yeah.
To a minor chord. I thought it was really cool, fresh, that made it a little bit different and not too different. So I really liked that. I personally always really like playing around with minor and major and switching them. And so I was really curious how it would sound if you like. The first time, use the minor and then the second part, the major. And then the second, then it kind of lifts it up, you know? So I would switch those around, maybe.
Yeah, I did not focus on that at all. So I just tried.
So you did it by accident?
Yeah. I did it by accident. I was gonna say.
The hardstyle producers of today. The melody doesn't matter anymore. Let's just make some kicks. Yeah, it was nice, especially the accidental part. That was the best. Yeah.
Glad you like it.
Cool.
It's time to check out Serzo's process and see how he's going.
So I took the idea I presented last time and worked more on that, also with the feedback you gave me, and I tried to make an opening track.
Okay.
The more I produced on it, it kind of made more sense to have it as the last track of my set.
So it's a little bit harder.
It's a little bit harder than my usual cup of tea, but that could definitely work in a set, I think.
Okay, I'm curious, man. Let's have a listen.
This part is better. It's the part last time where I said this sounds a little bit artificial.
This part is way cooler than last time, so this... In general, really good job. The build is much more interesting. I didn't expect that raw drop, but I really like it. The vocal sounds much more audible than in the beginning. You know, you can really hear what she's singing, and I think it's a cool track. I'm thinking of something critical to say about it, but I honestly really like the track. So
I'm glad you feel that way. I was a bit insecure with the hard drop, you know, because the transition from the melodic part.
Maybe that first kick is a little bit generic.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of the raw kick that you hear a lot.
Yeah. So that's also why I thought maybe this is for more at the end of a set. This is not an opening track, but it could be. I'm like not too sure because I also
it
made...
can be an opening track because it's always good to have a lot of energy in the beginning as well. And I think the melody is really strong and catchy. The theme has worked out really nicely. Eventually, that is up to you. You are the creator. It's not Defqon yet, so you can always decide that later.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe also create like a big surprise track, like something that is really out of the box for you, you know, and that is something that people would not expect.
I made a World of Madness. I remade it. I try to keep the melody as original as possible, so you remember the track. You know, I'll do the second drop right after the first one to keep the energy going, to be able to play it in the sets. And yeah, I'm curious what you think about it. Yeah,
let's hear it.
This is the world we know best. The world of madness. Defqon.1. Madness!
Oh, cool. First of all, do you know which notes you changed about the melody?
No,
Let's go. You don't.
I kept it the same. Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I added the harmonies. That's
You
what
did
I
an
did.
𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Did I do an oopsie?
Yeah, 2 oopsies. In the beginning, and you do. It was a little bit different.
Went up instead of down.
The letter up was a little bit different in the original. But most importantly, the last note. You did ba, and the original it was like a 1 semitone.
Oh, it's like
higher than you did.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't notice that at all. No.
It's okay. No, it's not a big deal. If you want to keep if your wish is to keep the original melody, then I would change the last note
to the original.
Yeah, just put them aside each other, and then you will notice. And I thought it was really cool, especially the end part. I really liked what you did. What I liked was that you elaborated a little bit on the idea what we did when we made the original, like gathering like words from tracks, like loose word. I also did that in Lessons in Love, Lessons in Love. And those were like just one words from different songs, and then paste them together, and you can make any sentence you want, And if you put them together harmonically, you get like really cool little edits. I thought it was cool because it was kind of in line with the original idea.
Yeah.
But then, you elaborated a little bit on that, so I really like that. So good job.
And now it's time to hear what NZGH has been cooking up.
How is it going in the studio? How is it going? The red race.
Like I haven't worked on the assignment yet, so like nothing. I don't have an idea laid down yet. Well, at least I have the text, and I wanted to show you the song text I've been working on.
But why you didn't have any audio yet?
Well, because I was busy with the homework for this time. Yeah, and I tried to finish that.
Yeah. So you have to set for yourself. Do some time management,
Yeah,
that's really hard sometimes, because I know how you are as a producer. I think you wanted to do it really good, so you focus fully on the remix, I think.
Too perfectionist, maybe, yeah.
What's even more important for me is this song.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So I think for the next time, try to manage for yourself some extra time. And I know you're young, you're working, I know how it goes, If we're now in this race, so you really have to set some straight, lines for, okay, I need to go to this.
Yeah.
Can you explain me a little bit what you did?
Yes. Well, this song represents me. My journey about where I started and where I'm trying to go to. Going to the red. And
because I see the name is A Fighter Spirit.
Yeah, A Fighter Spirit. Yeah. The line over here, it says, "Every step I take is a lesson learned," and like everything you learn here and in your studio, and every mistake you make is something you learn of, It's something you take with you the next day, even when you wake up, The fuel, the fire deep inside is the drive, the drive about me that really gets me going every day when I wake up to make music, This is who I am, and this is what I want, and this is how I'm gonna show it to you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think still the most important thing is how the track is gonna be, of course, because I think that's really what represents you as an artist. You have to also keep in mind, I think it's only 30-minute set.
Yeah.
So it's really important that people also get in this flow quickly. Maybe check the text one more time, and of course I'm really curious how it sounds when the music is under it. I hope to hear the audio soon.
Yeah. Well, regarding my artist name, you told me back before when you listened to my audition that you couldn't remember my artist name before.
Yeah. I think it's the most important thing was my first homework for you.
Yeah, you told me people need to remember who you are.
Yeah, I can help you a lot with this kind of stuff, but I think it's also important to have this personal touch, because it's it's going to be yours.
I need to,
Make like a note, write some words. Who am I as a person or as an artist?
Yeah.
Just send like word. I'm like maybe energetic. I'm like melodic. If you send that maybe to a designer, or I can show to the photographer.
Yeah, and then
we can like make a little style around
like
it.
idea, and then sounds good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Amadeus has a special message for all of you.
Yes, guys, after receiving feedback from my coach, after seeing a lot of comments on YouTube, I've been seeing you guys, I decided to change my artist name. From this time on, it will be 𝗿𝗏𝗍. So guys, stay tuned. I'm excited to show you what I've been cooking up in my studio. Let's go.
So, your homework for the next episode is to design a Defqon.1 branded shirt. Part of being an artist is selling yourself and selling your own merchandise. And so not only do you have to come up with the design for the shirt, but also come up with a campaign to market this shirt. There's only going to be 10 of these shirts. It's a limited edition, but the pressure is on for you guys to come up with something original, something unique, and to make an engaging campaign. This is what it's like to be an artist. Thank you so much for coming, and the best of luck with your homework, and we'll catch up with you next time on another edition of The Red Race. Let's see how the talents take today's feedback and level up in the next episode. And this time, we've got a very, very special guest.
Hello. Nice to meet you guys.
Likewise, man.
Hey.
2 weeks left.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
To finish this project. Make me proud.
We will make sure to win. That's one thing for sure.
Dude, really fucking great track.